Hi everyone, I'm a hysterical deaf woman, and this is my YouTube channel. Me? Never mind me, I'm just running from things that I can't hear. I don't know whether something that's coming after me is actually even there, or if it's a friend or a foe. Hi, this is Hysterical Deaf Woman. Welcome to today's vlog. Today I'm exploring what it would be like for a male or female in the prehistoric times and to be deaf. How would you survive, and for how long? I guess it's a friend. I can sit for a minute then. That's exhausting. You could see the wind blowing, and you can feel the vibrations on the ground. You can see the reflections from water. You can see what's going on from the sky. But there's so many things that I wouldn't be able to see. Would I be shunned from the rest of the tribe? Would they kill me? Would I be eaten very shortly after? Imagine I'd be living, imagine you, I should say, would be living by yourself, because most likely you wouldn't even be accepted by your own tribal members. You wouldn't be able to start a family like the other people. There would be a lot of things, and you would just not survive very long with everything that's going on. You wouldn't know it's poisonous or not poisonous. You wouldn't be able to communicate your thoughts, needs, or wants unless they were doing it in symbols. So let's take a look back to see what that was like. Are you friend or foe? I don't know. Hi, this is Hysterical Deaf Woman. Today I decided to do something different, and that is to explore what it would be like to be alive in prehistoric times and to be deaf. How long would I survive? Would I be able to survive? Would I know who's friend or foe? Would I know Murphy's behind me? Would I be able to relax and sit down like I am right now? Or even go to sleep? How would I know if something's there? Ah! See? Would I know if something's coming up on me? I'm gonna kiss my eyeball? No. I probably wouldn't be wearing makeup either. But that's the whole point here. It's a lot safer nowadays. But how would it have been back then? I would have been the weaker link. Would they have just killed me off? Would I have had to run to safety and live on my own out in the woods? Kind of like I am right now. But seriously, I got thinking about that and wanted to do a whole vlog. Got thinking about that. I wanted to do a whole vlog on what it would be like to be alive in prehistoric times and be deaf. I want to know about survival. I want to know about the soundscape of prehistoric times and how they actually communicated, and did they let the deaf live. So today's vlog, let's explore deafness in prehistoric time. I guess it's a friend. So I am back inside where it is much safer from all those creatures out there, right, Murphy? You came right up to me. Yeah, those wild creatures. Yeah. Anyway, if I had been a person in prehistoric times, I would have been spending an awful lot of time in caves anyway. Now, whether I would have been invited in to be with caves with other people or find my own cave would have been another matter. That one we can only speculate. I'll have to look into that, see if there was anybody found alone in a cave, and that may be why. But they did spend an awful lot of time in caves, and apparently acoustics were used an awful lot to find out how far back the caves were. So they had different various parts where they lived and where they did their paintings according to these acoustics when they found these caves in France. So wow. That makes it even worse for someone like me who can't hear. I would have an impossible time if I were going to live in caves all the time, because acoustics is everything. Now, being deaf or partially deaf, I may still be able to feel the vibrations. Probably more than I realize and you realize too. But that's something to look into now. Paleolithic men and women spent a lot of time in caves. They were cold places to be. And they were hunters in a cold climate to begin with. Can you imagine being deaf? They used their voices a lot as a sonar thing, so they can hear in places they couldn't see. Their torches would only carry them so far, and the voices would have to carry them the rest of the way to get every nook and cranny, to see if there are wild beasts in there, or maybe even another rivaling tribe. I don't think I'd last very long as a deaf person. For one thing, I probably wouldn't be able to hear my voice. I wouldn't even know if I was making a sound. And if I did, I wouldn't be able to hear anybody hollering back, or maybe a wild beast hiding back there. So I don't think anybody realized how important it was to have a voice and sound during that time. They used it more than we realized. Cavemen actually loved to sing. And the caves were used for ritual places, sort of like a religious place, where they did their songs, their dance, and they did their paintings. And they did their paintings in the most acoustic place in the cave. Researchers have found that they did it in the most acoustic place for a reason. These are places where they can make many drawings, and they even made it in places in cracks and crevices. It made the sound of the beast that was depicted up on the wall. So these are very advanced people according to our former beliefs. They're much more advanced than we realize. And sound and voice had a lot to do with it, so obviously hearing was very important for survival. Assuming that I'd be kept on as a tribal member, it'd be very difficult to know what my role would be. Everybody had roles then, and it would be hard to determine what they would do with me, if they would keep me or they would kill me. I may find myself alone in a cave, but I find that highly unlikely. Just standing here right now, if I'm only able to see a few inches in front of myself, I don't think I would venture in very far, but you never know what you would do for survival reasons. There's a lot of things I wouldn't be able to do. Water runs through a lot of caves. See, I were able to find a cave, and I found a spot where I could make a fire, and I was by myself, unable to hear. It would be very difficult for me to cook something without knowing if there was a wild beast behind me. You could also smell my wonderful treats, or other tribe members, or rivaling tribes. So I'd be afraid to cook. I'd probably be afraid to sleep. I'd be afraid to even lay down and rest. But I also don't want to underestimate someone like me. I can feel vibrations. Many things I do now, many things I rely on now without having my hearing aids, and losing more and more of my hearing. These are all questions that I'd like to answer today. The cave paintings were part of a ritual system, like an early religion. They used this area for singing and dancing and music. So it was a very important part of the cave. Paleolithic people vacated the caves. They left vast murals behind, sometimes hundreds of them, and they usually left them in the area where there was the most sound vibration. And sometimes they even made murals and had sound vibration that imitated the sound of the animal depicted in the painting. Is that amazing or what? So then again, I am left in the dust when it comes to all these things. People in the Upper Paleolithic times, from 10,000 to 40,000 years ago, lived in caves a lot. They spent a lot of time there, even there for a short period, or living there longer parts. Fuck, can I not even do this at all? I'm going to turn this off, and then the next one, and I'm going to start again on this next clip. It'll be me in just my coat. Right after Murphy running. So right after Murphy running with the stick and setting it off, and then it'll be me. Hi, this is Hysterical Deaf Woman. Today I'm exploring what it would be like to be alive in prehistoric times and to be deaf. Hi, this is Hysterical Deaf Woman. Welcome to today's vlog. Today I'm exploring what it would be like for a male or female in the prehistoric times and to be deaf. How would you survive, and for how long? How would I know if something's there? See? Would I know if something's coming up on me? I'm going to kiss my eyeball? No. I probably wouldn't be wearing makeup either.